Alright, what's happening, fish freaks? This is Dave from ADU+Aquascaping. Today I just want to give an update on the low-tech tank, as well as just giving you more information, more ideas and tips on how you can be successful in the planet tank hobby, especially with a low-tech setup. So first off, my parameters: I have a pH of 7.5, a GH of 8.4 degrees, and a KH of 10 degrees, to give you an idea. This is comparable to a lot of places in America. I wouldn't say all of them, but again, my water's liquid rock, so I do have to tone it down with RO to even do planet tanks. Of course, I have brown algae. This is totally normal. A lot of new hobbyists freak out about it. The brown algae will go away in time. It's just a part of setting up a new tank. I'm running the lights for 9 hours a day, believe it or not. I'm doing no dosing. I don't do any liquid dosing, dry ferts, or Excel. Now, you can do Excel and liquid ferts or dry ferts. I'm just trying to save money, make it a real low tech. I'm just relying on the nutrients in my tap water, the nutrients from the fish food, and then, of course, the Osmocote plus pellets found in the substrate. The plants I'm using, of course, are Hygrophila compact, Lutea, Wendtii, Amazon sword, Anubias Nana, Dwarf Sag, Hygrophila Pinnatifida. I even have some Blyxa in there, and then I have S. Repens up front. I even have some narrow leaf Java Fern, and then of course I do have some Java+moss. And I apologize if I left any plants out. Well, actually, I do have floating pennywort. And so I want to give a shout out to Paul's Planet Tank. He sent me the Amazon sword, which is really working out great. Same with the pennywort. So go ahead and check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description. As well, I'll put a list of all the plants in the description so you know how to spell them and everything like that. All I do is I pluck the leaves off the high grows. At first there was some melting, so I got rid of the melting leaves. That's really the only maintenance I do in here. I sometimes scrub the brown algae off the glass. I decided to go with some cerbicories, some neon tetras, and then of course some Amano shrimp for my fish list. I feed them kelp spirulina flake mix along with zooplankton pellets, and that also helps the tank with some fertilization. I'm using a Sun 603 canister filter because my Aheim crapped out on me. So the Sun is a really great brand. It's really reliable and very inexpensive, and the 603 is great for small tanks. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, hey Dave, don't recommend a small tank to a beginner. Well, you know what, with the planet tank hobby, it doesn't matter. A lot of people kind of mix up their information and what they've learned in the cichlid hobby, and they try and bring it into the planet tank hobby. Well, it's not going to be hard to balance ammonium or ammonia in a small low-tech tank because of the plant growth. So you do want to monitor it, of course, and of course you never want to raise your pH drastically without doing a water change. So let me just say that again. If you ever need to increase your pH, always do a water change first so you can get rid of that ammonium, because once you add more carbonates, the ammonium will turn into ammonia and you can't have an ammonia spike. But other than that, it really isn't a big deal to recommend a 10-gallon tank to a beginner. They can handle it, especially if they're going to plant heavy. If you do everything I said in the last video and everything I'm talking about right here, you can easily have a tank that looks like this. Now, the S. Repens is going to carpet, and it's going to do more of a artificial carpeting. A true carpeting is the plant will give out sisters, runners. I'm sure there's going to be a few runners here and there under the current satellite plus LED fixture. It is giving off good amounts of radiation. So I'm sure there's going to be sister plants here and there. But I'm going to do more of an artificial carpeting where I basically, I cut the stems and then I replant the stems of S. Repens and I propagate it until over time it just fills in the front because I keep, shoving stems into the substrate. And so it's really that simple. I've got the tank at about 78 degrees. I do a water change every couple of weeks. I do 2.5 gallons tap water, 2.5 gallons RO water. And that's really it. This thing's going to fill in. It's going to get bushier. The high grows are going to get taller. And over time, you're going to see this thing really thicken up. And I didn't really have to do anything to get those results. Anyhow, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep your sleeves wet. Peace out.